Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Flux again, bringing you another English StarCraft commentary. This time, this is a match between Jaedong and Tazza in the OSL preliminaries. And one thing I want to say before I'm just starting to begin my commentaries. I really try to improve, and one of the things I noticed was that at a certain point, when I tried to catch up with the speed of the game and I tried to stumble a lot of time on words, and I actually didn't finish any sentences, um, which is really not, which is really not good, especially if you miss keywords. So therefore, I'll try to pay attention to all those little things that make commentary so very hard. And all back to the game now. Got Jaden on the left and Taz on the right, and as I said before, this is one of the preliminary of the OSL. Um, everyone knows how everyone who's probably familiar with the OSL preliminaries is that two players play best out of three, and then the winner of that match plays against a seeded player, also best out of three. And this is not Jaedong is not a seeded player at the moment. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And exactly, as you might wonder, why is Jaedong not a seeded player? That's because last season in the OSL 2008, Jaedong got beaten by I think it was Backho and Casey in a very big upset back then, and therefore Jaedong has to prove himself again. Well, Jaedong lately he really proved himself again. I won't dare to say he ever was in a slump, but he didn't win as much games as he used to win. But lately this guy is completely dominating again. His last 10 matches, I think it was 7 out of 10 wins, and yeah, he's really doing quite well now. Especially what you expect from a pro gamer. The difference between also an S-class player, which I want to call Jaedong still, of course, an S-class player and an A-class pro gamer, is that you have to adapt to the situation. You have to adapt to all the new maps, and at a certain point you have to adapt to what at that time seems to be a problem for your respective matchups. And Jaedong has implemented some kind of new strategy, very nice, interesting strategy against Terran as a Zerg. Is going for the queens, and queens never ever were being used except maybe in the late game against Protoss, especially not against Terran. And as you can see, Tazza hasn't gone for Forge Fast Expand. And one of the reasons is, I'll tell a little bit more about this map, because this map is quite interesting. It's still a relative new map, and the reason why Tazza probably doesn't go for a Forge Fast Expand, which we also didn't see in the July against Majuk game, was the fact that there's a spoiler incoming, but it has been already out for a long time, and it has been old news already. Bisu managed to get kicked out of the OSL and MSL by Backhoe on this map. And the reason why he got kicked out, at least the reason that he gives, is that this map is at the moment very Zerg favored. I don't want to say it's impossible to do some kind of Forge Fast Expand. What By Hero did was he went for a 9 pool and went for very fast for a lot of Zerglings and managed to get a run by on the base of Bisu, and afterwards they did a very quick switch to Hydrolist and managed to totally stomp Bisu, which was very nicely played by Hero. This might be the reason that Tazza thinks, because he's still a new player, he's only played 4 matches against on his record till this game, and he has only played 4 matches, and he actually managed to win against Bisu another match. But he thinks, especially against Jaedong, I do not want to lose after 5 minutes of the game, and I rather want to do some kind of build that might not be the best economic build possible, but rather a safe build that keeps me in this map. And as you can see, Jaedong has expanded right now. trying to get some circling, some pushing the probe away off the base, not going for any kind of run by right now. You probably want to do some kind of attack. There, I think, goes the third hatchery goes up and fast gas, and he probably wants to do some kind of attack after the probe has gone out of his base, and he still doesn't manage to kill the probe. And finally, he might now still red health, sliver of health left, and Tazza actually doing a nice little probe dance. Jaedong not doing the best circling, finally getting the probe out. And right now we have to see what Jaedong wants to go for. Actually losing an Overlord. That's really not what you want to do, especially against Dragoons so early in the game. Jaedong looking a little bit shaky at the moment, but we'll see. And a robotics facility going on. Exactly. In the Majuk against July game, we saw some kind of very weird strategy. Robotics facility and robotics support bay going for Reavers. July against a Majuk game, he saw a very weird build of Majuk, and in the end it was absolutely nothing. He tried to go for some very slow Corsair arrest with the Dark Templar. Getting also run by July Zerg, but very later in the game, and there was really probably not the build to go for Protoss, and right now Protoss probably has to figure out what kind of build they want to go for on this map against Zerg. And we might see maybe Tazza has found the right way to go with a quick tactical Reaver. And Jaedong actually very friendly trying to get the probe out of his base, and honestly I haven't seen what kind of... okay, so he went for a 3-hatch Hydra build, putting off a Sunken right now, maybe not getting a scout in. I don't know if Jaedong knows that a Reaver is coming out, because he lost his Overlord, and he didn't manage to get any kind of other scout in base. We have to see if Jaedong is prepared for the fast Reaver now. The Shadow is going out now, and the Reaver will probably pop out very shortly. And Jaedong actually managed to get a Zergling. Very nice by Jaedong. And spawning the Reaver coming out very shortly now, and he knows that it's coming right now. He doesn't have a Spire Edge, he doesn't have any kind of Scourge that can take out the shuttle, but putting down a Sunken Colony and having a lot of Hydras, and Jaedong really will be prepared for this. We'll have to see. Shuttle moving out right now. Tazza setting up two other gateways, so 3 gateways right now. And Jaedong is moving out. A little peculiar though, because he knows the Reaver's coming out. Probably Jaedong very confident that he can manage to deal with the Reaver anytime soon. But he has no forces in the base, and the Overlord spotting it right now. Jaedong has to pull his probes off, drones off. Jaedong pulling the drones off, right in time, exactly at the right moment, and then this Scarab is a dot, and Tazza hasn't done any kind of economic damage right now. Tazza setting up this little blockade on this ramp. 3 Zealots and a Dragoon, and another Reaver being planned out, getting only 2 drones, and killing the Reaver. Very nice by Jaedong, knocking on the front door of Tazza. Tazza sending out his probes to defend, and this is looking very bleak for Tazza, getting his Dragoon killed. A lot of Zerg forces streaming in right now on the base of Tazza, and this can be very disastrous. Another Reaver coming out. Hopefully Tazza can micro his Reaver and kill off the Zerg forces of the Jaedong inside of his base. But really, already knocking out on the probe line of Tazza, and getting 1 probe, 2 probes, 3 probes, 4 probes. The Reaver's shooting now. Okay, it's a dot, 5 probes. Another dot, 6 probes. It's losing so many probes. There's almost no probes left anymore of Tazza. This is probably game. There's no way Tazza can come back for this. And you really see why this map is apparently very hard for Protoss against Zerg. And losing another Reaver, and this is the end of Tazza. Getting not a good Reaver race, losing the Reaver in the beginning, losing so many probes, and Jaedong doing it very nicely, having this kind of timing push with Hydras and Zealots. And one of the things, GG, there you go, GG, very nicely played by Jaedong. And Tazza being this new young guy, you can't blame him, especially on a map that a lot of even good Protoss players have a very hard time to deal with. And we have to see. This is just the first match though. The second match, I forgot which map it's going to be played on. It's probably Medusa. Yeah, it's almost certainly going to be Medusa, and we have to see how Tazza is going to deal with it. And well, I'll see you guys in the next commentary. I hope you enjoyed it. Lux out.
전세가 넘어간 토스한테 완전 넘어가는 거였단 말이에요. 근데 그거를 끝끝내 정찰해낸 이재동